friends can help you celebrate good times
and provide support during bad times.
But which friendships are worth keeping?
And when is it time to say Alvida?
How important is it to set boundaries?
हाँ, कोई लिमिट शिमिट भी होती है यार.
This is the GupShup Show. Hi, my name is Khawla.
Assalamu alaikum, and my name is Arooj.
Welcome back to another episode of the GupShup Show. In this episode, we're going to be talking all about friendships.
Dostiyan, yariyan, not only ours, but also yours. We got a lot of responses with your desi dilemmas and kya kare, kya nahi kare. So let's just get into it. Khawla, how would you say, what kind of friend are you?
I think I'm the kind of friend that, I'm the kind of person that only has a few close friends. So I would only have, 3-4 people that are really close to me rather than 10 friends that I see occasionally, have a nice time with, but don't actually share any of my problems with or, share good news with or anything like that. So even, in uni, we had 16 people in our major, and 16 for a uni group is really small. And we would work in the same studio. And a lot of girls, they would, be friends with everybody and go out with everybody and stuff like that. But I would stick to my 3 girls. And that was it. Like, if I want to do something, if I want to go somewhere, have a party, it was just those 3 girls. And that's just how I've always been. Like, I'd rather have a few really, really close friends than a big group of acquaintances. What about you?
Yeah, I would say the same. I'm the same. I would pick like quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So that is the same for me as well. I must say that I try to be the most best friend that I can be to my friends. But one thing that I really need to work on is my messaging.
Yeah.
मैं बहुत बुरी मैसेजर हूँ क्योंकि मैं पढ़ लूँगी और फिर मैं सोचती हूँ मैं अभी बाद में मैसेज करती हूँ और फिर मैं ना भूल जाती हूँ या मैं सोचती हूँ मैंने मैसेज जवाब दे दिया क्योंकि जवाब मैंने दिमाग में दे दिया होता है लेकिन अभी मैंने फोन में नहीं दिया होता. So my friends know that I'm really bad at texting.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I have to. I'd rather just call. फोन कर लो मुझे. Voice note भेज दो. That's better.
Yeah.
So what would you say are your boundaries when it comes, because I know that you really wanted to ask like what are your goals and your no-goes when it comes to friendships. What are your no-goes?
I think boundaries is definitely one of them. Because like I said, I'm very selective with my friends. I am not friends with everybody and anybody. So when I do meet someone new, it takes me a while to grow to them and like to invite them to my house. To malak keso, lekin normally it takes me a while to get used to the person, and like we said in our previous episode, like friendship is like dating. Okay, you need to meet the person a few times. You need to be in the same have the same lifestyle, have the same habits, have the same family dynamics, have the same upbringing or whatever. Like not even upbringing, but like just the same way of life that you can relate with the person. And if someone is on a completely different wavelength than me, then it's going to be really hard for me to actually fulfill a friendship with them. So like I like to take things slow.
मतलब तुम्हारे पास पूरा एक सिलेक्शन का पीरियड होता है. सीवी सेंड करो.
हाँ, सीवी सेंड करो, उसके बाद फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू होता है, उसके बाद सेकंड इंटरव्यू होता है, उसके बाद एग्जाम होता है और उसके बाद कैंडिडेट फ्रेंडशिप के लिए सेलेक्ट होता है. Like I'm very selective. Yeah, I'm very selective.
I think ये ना बंदे पे भी डिपेंड करता है, because sometimes you just have an instant connection with somebody and then you don't mind the pace. No,
like for us, you were at my house the first time we met.
Yeah.
Like, and that I didn't mind. Because, like, I could tell the kind of person you are, but just by, like, your social profiles and everything. So I was like, okay, like, she seems like my kind of girl. And when we met, like, we literally connected straight away. So we didn't have that phase of awkwardness or newness. You get like when I met you, like we felt like we knew each other for ages. There was no awkward silence or like those awkward phases.
And I felt comfortable sharing as well. Because sometimes you even have that you meet somebody, but you still don't want to tell them.
You don't trust them fully.
Yeah, but वो एक बंदे के अंदर feeling नहीं होती कि मैं इस बंदे के साथ चीजें share कर सकूं ना. And the thing is as well, with friendship, it's like you have to feel if what is reciprocated and what is not. Because kabhi kabar hota hai ki agar the person that you're not feeling that connected with, if they ask you multiple times कि आओ बाहर चलते हैं, आओ खाना खाएं और ये करते हैं और वो करते हैं, then you feel like कि ये पीछे पड़ गई है यार. And sometimes it is with that same person. अगर कोई जिसके साथ तुम्हारी connection है, वो तुम्हें वो सारी चीजें पूछे तो तुम्हें अच्छा लगेगा. कितनी अच्छी है. मुझे पूछती है खाने पे चलते हैं, लंच पे चलते हैं, यहाँ चलते हैं, तो बहुत अच्छी है वो. लेकिन वो same जो चीजें, and the same goes for when you're dating a guy. If it's like, you know, that's when I say like finding friends now, new phase, it's like dating. It's like अगर जो बंदा जो अगर तुम्हें बहुत पसंद है, after work अगर वो he comes to pick you up spontaneously with like roses, तो तुमको कितना romantic, कितना अच्छा है. But if you don't like that guy and you just met him once and you don't feel the connection and he does the same और वो खड़ा हो तो तुमको पीछे पड़ गया stall पर.
Exactly.
तो वो it's really the connection and to see how on what level your relationship is.
Exactly. What about you? What are some of your boundaries?
You know, boundaries I wouldn't say, but मुझे एक चीज से बड़ी चिढ़ होती है emotional people. Because I feel like जो लोग जो हर चीज का छोटी सी बात का बड़ा पतंगड़ बना देते हैं ना, और हर चीज पे रोना धोना negativity, ये चीजें मुझे नहीं पसंद. And I can't deal with that. I feel like, you know, if you've been through a lot in your life, I feel you're I wouldn't say that you don't empathize as much, but I feel like I don't feel for people जो छोटी-छोटी चीज़ों के लिए इतनी चीज बहुत बड़ा मसला बना लेते हैं. I can't console them because I don't see what the issue is. And then I feel like कि उस टाइम पे ना friendship मुझे होती है कि ये मेरी और इसकी इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं बनेगी. क्योंकि मुझे
you can't empathize with it because like sometimes, you know, something that is very big to them but it's very small to you. And because, you know, someone might have gone through a very difficult life, that something that minor is just petty.
हाँ, मुझे तो इस चीज के बारे में तो बंदा सोचे भी ना कि तुम उस चीज पे अब इतना उसका बड़ा इशू बना रही हो, तो मुझे वो जो चीज है ना, I don't like having that type of energy around me. So that's for me is a really no. और मुझे कंजूस लोग भी नहीं पसंद. कंजूस जो होते हैं ना, जो बहुत ज़्यादा लिमिटेशन करते हैं, या अगर जैसे you know, it's little things that if अगर वो गई है and I'm standing there and she's thirsty and वो गई है और खुद ही अपनी एक पानी की बोतल ले आई, भाई तू मेरी भी ले आ. तो उसमें भी ना छोटी छोटी चीजों पे I don't like people that don't
हिसाब किताब करना कि ओ तुम्हारे 2 पाउंड बाकी हैं और
तुमने भी देने मेरे 5.
पूरा खाना खिलाया मैंने तो उस दिन, तुम्हें देने मैंने. तो like even stuff like that, like हिसाब किताब करना in friendship. क्यों तुमने उस दिन मेरा बर्गर खाया था ना, मैंने फ्राइज शेयर किए थे तो फ्राइज के मुझे देना, या कोक की बोतल उस दिन तुमने ली थी तो मुझे देना. like stuff like that is just
I'm the type of friend कि मैं अपना हिसाब रखती हूँ but in my head. So for example, if you have done something for me, I will always want to pay you back in the other way. तो मुझे वो I don't like to be like एक साइड से कोई बंदा करता रहे, मुझे वो चीज अच्छी नहीं लगती. फिर मुझे होता है नहीं यार वो अच्छी बात नहीं है, वो इतना कर रहा है तो अब मुझे करना चाहिए. So I wouldn't try to pay back in the same way, but I will definitely try to
in your own way. And sometimes like it's not like अगर एक बंदे ने तुम्हें ट्रीट दिए, खाना खिलाया, तो अगली दफा तुम भी खिलाओ. Like you can do it in a different way, like give them a small gift or like get them something nice or you know, just something small just to reciprocate the same, you know,
gesture. And it's not for me, it's like people जो सिर्फ लेते रहे ना, उनका भी साफ पता लगता है कि हेलो तुम कब से you know मेरा खा रही हो. Or it's not an issue, but when you see that it's not on the same, you're not receiving the same, that you're like
पता है like sometimes some friends कि अच्छा ठीक है, for example उस बंदे के हालात अच्छे नहीं है, they don't have like the financial means to give you gifts, लेकिन they can fulfill that friendship by being there. क्योंकि कभी कभार लोग होते हैं कि अच्छा उनके हालात अच्छे नहीं लेकिन they're a really good friend.
हाँ.
They always listen to you. They always support you. They
Make
always
time for
there.
you.
They always make time for you. तो उसके साथ में वो होता है अच्छा ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. Because you're such a good friend to me that you pay it back
in a whole different way.
In a completely different way. You still pay it back.
Yeah.
But in a completely different way. So in that case, yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah. What I want to know from you is what is the worst thing that a friend has ever done to you?
You know what, like, alhamdulillah, I've been really lucky. I think it's because of my interview and selection process with friends. I haven't had any situations like that. Because I'm so...
Mashallah.
Honestly, mashallah, because I'm so selective and I'm not friends with anybody. So the friends that I do have are quality friends. So alhamdulillah, like, I've never had a situation where, you know, a friend has, like, betrayed my trust or anything like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I really have to think.
Yeah.
I think this was more like when teenage.
Yeah.
छोटी-छोटी चीजें होती थी, मैंने उसको वो बात बताई, उसने आगे बता दी.
हाँ.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. I think not in adulthood.
Nay, adulthood, because my friends that I have now, like the majority of the friends that I have, वो हैं from, I know them since I was like 12.
Yeah.
Or I grew up with them. And we are where we are now. So they've been in my life for like so many years. So I think even if they did something, it wouldn't piss me off. And I know they wouldn't do it deliberately. गलती से जो हो जाता, because I know that they have my best interest at heart. So yeah, alhamdulillah, it has been good.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. That's good.
But we got a lot of messages from you guys about your friendship dilemmas, and let's get into it. First one is, cousin की शादी हो रही है with my friend's ex. This was around 4 years ago and they studied together. इस सिटी में पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी बहुत स्मॉल है और सब एक दूसरे को जानते हैं. अब मेरी दोस्त मुझसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रही है कि मैं शादी में ना जाऊं because he hurt her so much. I really want to support my cousin, but at the same time, I really don't want to hurt my friend.
Yeah, I think like in this situation, especially because it's your cousin, so it's family. So family की शादी में जाना, like, I think it's more important than क्योंकि उसकी friend का ex से 4 साल पहले. So that's why I'm not gonna go. I think that's a bit, you know, petty.
Yeah, and you don't know कि अब वो chat 4 years ago, maybe he was in a different phase of his life, and men grow out of that as well. So you don't know if he's still the same person and how he hurt her, and obviously we don't know. But lekin Shat, he's trying to be a best partner for your cousin, and I think you should definitely go to the wedding.
Yeah,
Jao,
definitely.
Bhangre dalo, GupShup maro.
Or pictures में tag करना मैं.
Yeah, and I think your friend should definitely like understand that. Family, she shouldn't put you in that position anyways.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause it's 4 years ago. 4 years is a long time.
Yeah. So I think you should definitely go.
Go.
Okay, and the next one is bullied me constantly and made it seem like it was a joke.
That's not a joke. Especially like if you're hurting someone's feelings, then that is not a joke. Like even pata hai, I've got this as well. Ke my cousins, for example, they're like moti idhar aana, moti baithna, moti chai banana. Like even though I'm not moti, but just using that word, and imagine like the person is moti and you call the person moti like all the time. Or
if they start feeling that, man, maybe I'm overweight, I'm getting fatter, that's why they're
everybody's calling me moti, like. And the person might not even be fat. Like, I wasn't fat, but they would still call me moti. But the thing is, like, it's funny to you, but it's not funny to the person that's hearing it.
Yeah, and I feel like कि पता है पाकिस्तान में इतने मजाक करते हैं, अगर तुम उस मजाक को कहो ना कि इस तरह क्यों कह रहे हैं, इस चीज के बारे में क्यों मजाक कर रहे हैं, तो हाँ ऐसे जोक बर्दाश्त नहीं होता, मजाक कर रहे हैं. मजाक इससे बर्दाश्त नहीं होता, लेकिन और फिर वो करते रहेंगे. आई फील लाइक कि मजाक होता है जब सब हंस रहे हो. मजाक ऐसा नहीं होता कि जो एक बंदा ना जिसको तुम दुख दे रहे हो और बाकी सारे हंस रहे हैं और दूसरों को सुख मिल रहा है. ये मजाक नहीं होता. मजाक होता है कि सब उस बात पे हंसे, और अगर एक बंदे को उस पर दुख हो रहा है वो मजाक फिर आप ऐसा ना करो. अगर वो कह रहा है कि मुझे नहीं मिलते तो उसको उल्टा तुम उसको कर मजाक बर्दाश्त नहीं, तुझे कुछ करना चाहिए, यूं होना चाहिए. नहीं,
Yeah.
Stop it. Just
Yeah.
don't try to make other people feel bad and make it seem like it's a joke. And for you, if you feel like your friend keeps bullying you, I don't think that that's a friend. If it causes you to feel that she's like bullying you, friends ऐसा नहीं करते.
So just, I would say just cut her off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
So I told her in private that I was in a relationship with a guy जिसके साथ मेरे रिश्ते की बात चल रही थी. My parents thought that this was an arranged marriage because the proposal came after we were attending the same wedding. My parents are very strict and therefore do not want me to have a love marriage. My friend made a joke, चलो शुक्र है तुम्हारा वही रिश्ता हुआ जहाँ जिसको तुम एक साल से पसंद कर रही हो, in front of my mom. It caused a lot of unnecessary drama. It makes me not want to invite her to the wedding even though she said it as a joke.
ये मैं अभी यही कह रही हूँ, ये कैसा मजाक है?
I know. Especially in front of her mom, when you know that they're a strict family, then why would you do it in front of her mom?
ये और अगर तुम्हें पता है कि it's gonna cause issues, अगर उसने प्राइवेट में तुम्हें बताया हुआ है कि यार मेरे माँ बाप को नहीं पता कि ये this is a love marriage, why would you ruin it for her?
Yeah, exactly. And like I would say, in this situation, that friend is not your friend, and to be careful. So I would say don't share your personal relationship with your husband, with your family, with your siblings, anything with them, because as you can see, she can't be trusted and she can say anything in front of anyone.
And पता है कभी कभार ना लोग जब jealous भी होते हैं ना तो इस तरह की चीजें करते हैं.
Yeah, just to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
उस बेचारी का moment of her रिश्ता इतना पक्का हो रहा है and then why would you just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, इस वजह से ना बंदा जो unnecessary जो issues हैं जो प्रॉब्लम्स जो लोग क्रिएट करते हैं ना आपके लाइफ में बेहतर है ऐसे बंदों से तो बंदा ना दूर ही रखे.
Okay, so next one is I am a beauty therapist and I have my own business from home. I have a friend who I've done beauty treatments for once or twice, and now she comes to me to get her treatment and does not pay. Sometimes I feel like she takes advantage of me. I don't know how to let her know that this is a business and it costs me money to do these treatments.
Yeah. I feel जो हो गया
let it go, that's fine. लेकिन आगे आने के लिए then she should definitely pay and you should let her know that, you know, this is a business. I spend money buying these products and I spend money using the machines or whatever you're using, so I should be paid for it.
Yeah, बंदा उसको इस तरह कह देना कि जो पता है अब if she contacts you like hey I'm coming over next week I want to get my facial done or whatever, फिर तुम उसको कह दो चलो ठीक है उस टाइम पे मेरे पास टाइम है, just to let you know I'll offer you a family or friend discount. If she minds that then she is like definitely benefiting from free treatments. फिर तुम्हें पता है कि चलो ठीक है आइंदा मैं इसका अब जो हो गया ठीक है that's it, वो आइंदा तुम ना करो. And if she's a good friend, she'll definitely say चलो ठीक है मैं इस तरह payment करूँगी. She should be happy with that price.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think like if I was in the situation, I would just, you know, let them know slyly कि अगर बातचीत ही है कि you're having tea and you'd be like, oh मैंने ये इतने creams मंगाई हैं, पता है इतने के पड़े, इतना खर्चा हुआ, मैंने ये shampoos conditioners मंगाए हैं, इतने के पड़े, it's so expensive, prices कितनी हाई जा रही हैं, तो उससे उस बंदे को पता चल जाएगा कि you know you're spending your hard-earned money on these products to do these treatments, and फिर वो खुद बोल देंगे अच्छा ना तुम इतना खर्च करती हो नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं पे कर दूंगी.
लेकिन पता है क्या कोई लोग इतने ढीठ होते हैं वो उस चीज पे भी नहीं मानते हैं, वो उस चीज पे भी नहीं मानते.
Like if she doesn't agree to that, then just be like, you know, well, I'll offer you discount.
And it's not only this, मुझे होता है कि पाकिस्तानी community में ना हमें we should definitely, regardless Pakistani or it's not Pakistani, I feel like we should definitely support if somebody is following up and chasing their dream, right? And they open up, if it's a restaurant, beauty, graphic designing, whatever they're doing, pay them. Don't expect free stuff because they're already struggling because it's a new startup. New startup कितना मुश्किल है.
And you have to spend money to start a startup. So you're already like, you're probably taking a loan or you're spending from your savings or what. No business starts with zero cost. Nothing.
वही तो उसको तो we should give them our money, pay for the food, pay for the treatments or the designs or whatever, but support them in that way. Don't do it as in कि मुझे discount दो, मुझे free में दे दो, तुम्हारे पास तो वो है, तुम्हारे पास तो वो है, मुझे इतने का करके दे दो. नहीं.
Yeah,
you shouldn't do it that way. Okay, then we have another one, which is I have a friend who is constantly late for work and spends time on her own stuff when she works from home. Now a vacancy opened up at my job and she would like me to refer her. I don't want to put my name on the jeopardy when I know she will not be able to fulfill the role well.
Yeah, I think that is tricky, but I would just tell her that you gave the CV and then not give it. Or, just say that the role's taken by someone else.
Yeah, or she should pull a Chandler.
Yeah.
And just say, like he said to Joey, that I watched the tape, but my boss didn't like it.
Yeah.
So वो उसी तरह करे कि कह के CV अपना दे दो, मैंने अपने बॉस को दे दिया है,
हाँ.
लेकिन मेरे बॉस को पसंद नहीं आया. He had another
Candidate,
people.
yeah.
इस तरह और कहना यार shit यार, मैं चाह रही थी हम साथ lunch करें. Oh, I really wanted you to work with me.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's perfect. Do that.
Yeah. वो कर दो, इस तरह फिर वो भी नहीं होगी.
हाँ.
And पता है क्या है, दोस्तों का ये भी होता है ना, you don't know what kind of, they're good as a friend, but you don't know how they are professionally. You don't know कि वो किस तरह करेंगे. Like even my dad, he told me that he once recommended one of his friends and that friend was constantly late. वो सो जाता था फिर उठता नहीं था. My dad को जितनी शर्मिंदगी हुई कि ना यार कि मैंने उसको recommend किया. So you don't know how your friends are.
Yeah, you never know, because like each person is different in a different role. So a friend is different as a sister, they're different as a wife, they're different as a professional. So every person is different in each setting.
Yeah, and with even like with dating, because you don't know if you have a good friend and you want to set her up with somebody, but you don't know how she is in that role.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine and he took another guy friend of his on a double date, and while they were sitting at a date, the guy in the middle of the conversation, the friend goes, "So how do you think it's going?"
No.
And he was just like, what the hell are you asking middle of the conversation? And वो लड़की भी ना सहम गई कि मैं क्या कहूँ ना how it's going.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, he's such a good friend and he's so like chilled out normally, but he said he's not the type to take like on double dates.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how that person is in that role.
Yeah.
And the same goes for like as a in work.
Yeah.
कि पता नहीं होता वो बंदा किस तरह का काम करे ना, तो you need to be careful with who you recommend and not combining the two
together.
Yeah. ये लोगों के इतने faces होते हैं, तुम्हारे दो हैं,
तुम्हारे चार हैं.
even with friends you have that sometimes it's you've known them for a long time, but you come at a certain stage in your life that your energy doesn't match their energy anymore. So you're like, I want to continue with my life, but तुम्हारा chapter यहीं तक था. And I can't take you to
the next
phase in my life. And that's fine. But it's like, I'm the type, I wouldn't say that, but I do let it bleed out.
Yeah, I'm the one that, like, if I have a problem with a friend, I'll let them know.
Yeah, I do the same. So कभी कभार इस तरह होता है, because you see कि जो energy है, it's not the same anymore, and you also know okay you're moving on to a different phase, but you're growing at how I grow as a person. इस तरह नहीं होता कि दूसरा person भी उसी तरह grow होता है ना. If they're still in the same phase of like chilling outside 24/7 and not understanding that शादी के बाद life बदल जाती है.
Especially like with kids and stuff, your routine changes. Like if you have a friend that doesn't have kids and you do have kids, and वो शायद उस चीज़ को ना समझे कि you got a child at home, you need to take care of them, you need to feed them, और वो बोलते अच्छा बाहर कब जा रहे हैं, अच्छा तो इतना टाइम हो गया तुमने कुछ प्लान नहीं किया, हम लोग बाहर नहीं गए, कोई कॉफ़ी नहीं पी. Like, and the thing is like with a family and with a child, your schedule and everything is not the same as when you're not a mother. Or when you're single, because when you're married, you have to give time to your husband as well. So I think that's why it's important to have friends that are at the same level as you and at the same phase of life as you as well.
Yeah, and even because even if sometimes it happens that you have friends that are single, whatever, but they're so understanding.
Yeah, they know
they understand. Okay, you're in a different phase of your life, but I'm still here.
Yeah,
it's perfectly alright,
Yeah.
but it's like वो बंदे पे फिर depend करता है कि कभी कभार होता है जो वही लोग वो चिक चिक करते हैं कि तुम्हारे पास टाइम नहीं है, तुम्हारे पास नहीं। मैंने इतनी दफा सुना है कि हाँ दोस्तियां तक तो होती हैं, शादी तक होती हैं दोस्तियां, which is not true। पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी में होता है
I've heard that as well.
कि दोस्त होते हैं शादी तक होते हैं,
हाँ।
शादी के बाद तुम्हारा हस्बैंड तुम्हारी फैमिली तुम्हारी फुल लाइफ होती है।
मैंने सुना है कि जो शादी के बाद जो दोस्त होते हैं ना वो पक्के दोस्त होते हैं। That's I've heard that as well, क्योंकि I think शादी के बाद जो दोस्त होते हैं they're gonna be married as well. You're gonna be friends with people that are married, and those are the people that are gonna grow with you through that marriage and through your kids and through everything. So I think those are the friends that actually like stick around. Because even if I think now, okay, my friends in Dubai, none of them are married. So when I see them now, yeah, I love them and I see them after such a long time, but the stuff that I talk about and the stuff that they talk about is very different, because I talk about my marriage and my in-laws and my husband and my married life and my child, and they will be talking about the best restaurant that they ate at, or the best thing they bought from Zara, or you know, like the conversation and the priorities are very different.
The topics they shift. Yeah, I know, but it's that, you know, even with like जो कभी कभार लड़कियां भी कहती हैं ना अब इसकी शादी होगी, अब ये तो नहीं हमारे साथ दोस्ती रखेगी या कुछ, वो पता है बंदे पे डिपेंड करता है कि वो किस तरह का। sometimes they, and I think as a friend you should be understanding that if someone is going into the new phase of their life, that you know sometimes you just have to be at the side boundary. You're there on the sideline, and when the person needs you, you're there, you know. Exactly. And it's like that is something that I had to learn as well, not as a married woman, but I had to learn to be on the sideline for my friends, because I've had like many friends jinka na they had before built I'm saying something in Dutch. Say for example, that was so I've had friends that picked like partners that I think that they could do a lot better. And you know, we've all been in that situation that a friend calls you and they need any help and they need support and whatever, and tum unko advice dete ho, and then they do the opposite. And they're like, man, I wasted my time saying main to ab kuch bhi nahi kahungi. So I learned from those experiences as well, because sometimes what the best that you want for your friend isn't what they want for themselves. You know that they can do better, you know that they deserve better, but they should want that for themselves as well. So in that point, because I had a friend of mine, one of my best friends, she was in a relationship, and this is like when we were 18, and her parents didn't approve of the relationship, and घर में उसका इतना हंगामा हुआ, इतनी लड़ाई हुई, वो कहते थे कि तुम क्यों नहीं break up with him, blah blah blah, वो उसको नहीं छोड़ती थी, लेकिन वो लड़का उसको हर छोटी सी लड़ाई के पीछे वो ब्रेकअप कर देता था. And then I told her, like, you know, leave him, क्यों तुम उसके साथ. And then मैंने कहा उसके घर में तुम्हारा कितना हंगामा, तुम्हारे मामा पापा अप्रूव नहीं कर रहे इस रिलेशनशिप, तो छोड़ दो उसको. And she wouldn't bend at all. She was like, मैं तो नहीं छोड़ूंगी उसको. And then I had a falling out with her for a couple of months because of that. And I think now looking back on it, alhamdulillah, now we're fine and we're the closest as ever. But at that time, I feel like sometimes as a friend, you should really let your friends make mistakes. Yeah. Because sometimes they're just like in a bubble and they can't see, but you're from an outsider looking in and you see different things. And when that, you just have to learn, I had to learn that you just have to hold their hand, and when that bubble bursts, that you're still there and support them. And that's all you have to do as a friend. So now I had to learn that as well, because I'm really opinionated. तो मुझे अगर कोई कुछ कहेगा कि उसने यूं किया तो मैं तो एकदम करूँ बड़ा कमीना है उसने तो यूं किया. लेकिन you have to learn that as well. So now I try to offer just a shoulder to cry on and just my listening ear and just be there. I think that's the best thing. Thank you so much for sending all your friendship dilemmas to us. We had so much fun discussing them. I hope we were helpful to you. And thank you so much for tuning in.
And make sure you like and subscribe, follow our YouTube channel, and make sure you listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Allah Hafiz.